All right, water signs. What's going on? Let's find out. This is for Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, as you know. And this is for your sun, moon, rising, midheaven, Venus, Jupiter, Martian placements, but also just look into your housing placements or the lack thereof so that you know what more you need to integrate into your light being, okay? So I'm going to bring back the what the actual fuck spread, which I used to do on my channel. And the way that the spread lays out is you have an overlying theme that you're focusing on for the week, right? A cruise that hounds you or a challenge that you're going through. What's real about the situation, what's wrong about the situation, where you need more information, and a final outcome. So let's see what's going to come up for you guys. Bottom of the deck, when I started, you guys had the Lover's card. So let's see. Overlying theme, you have the Queen of Coins. So you are in your bag, sis. You about that cash shit. Hey, Megan. But cruise that hounds you, you have the Eight of Cups. So, okay. If you're dealing with an earth sign, so that would be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, I feel like there's something that they're not wanting to address. There are some secrets that will be exposed this week. You have already an inkling with this water energy and you guys naturally being intuitive, being water signs, okay? I feel like you guys already know that there is something that's going on behind the scenes that's not being addressed, but you don't yet have all of the facts to really have that conversation, you know, and confront somebody about what it is that you know. So I feel like this week is going to be like prying and pulling that information out of that person or trying to find ways to get them to admit what is going on here, because this is action energy with the Three of Wands. So be very careful because you guys can be getting flustered, attitudes at an all-time high. With the Strength card here, though, this is in the midst of finding out something that maybe you don't necessarily like, you know, that doesn't sit well with you and causes you some emotional discomfort. With that Eight of Cups energy as the cruise that hounds you, with the Strength card, this is just harnessing and controlling your ego and wanting to lash out, okay? So speak from a place of confidence and from a place of self-worth and from a place of respect also with this energy that's here. If you are confronting somebody about something that they have done, could have potentially robbed you of in matters of the heart, right? Ooh, look at that, the Three of Swords. Miscommunication can arise here as well, especially if you're going to be making assumptions. Especially if you're going to be making assumptions before you have the proof of whatever's going on. You have the Five of Cups here as where you need more information, and final outcome card, Ten of Cups. So as far as where you need more information, you need to look into your fifth house. You need to also understand that change is inevitable, okay? People's emotions will change. If you've been in a relationship with somebody, you have to understand that what they once desired may not be what they desire now that you are 5 months into the relationship, 5 years into this relationship. You have to be able to meet each other halfway and find a middle ground here. You always have to check in with one another and reassure each other that you are still on the same page. But again, naturally, because we are two independent beings, you have to look at it from that standpoint. Are you evolving, and is the person that you're interested in evolving at the same rate as you? Do you guys still complement each other in that way? Are you guys sacrificing enough in order to maintain a healthy relationship with one another? Those are the questions that are going to be coming up. Really digging beneath the surface, because I feel like for some of you guys, what's been crossing you up here is that things have been a little bit too shallow. You know what I'm saying? There's great potential and a lot of love and a lot of care and a lot of abundance that can come from you and of course from being in a partnership, but yet and still it's not necessarily where it needs to be emotionally. So you need to check in with that. As far as more information is concerned with you, especially if this is like Scorpio, because I'm definitely getting Scorpio's energy coming through in this reading heavy out of all the water signs here. So Scorpios, of course, stereotypically are known to be more secretive and more private about themselves and how they feel, especially if you have like a Venus in Scorpio or a 10th house in Scorpio, okay? And so people may not know how to read you and read where you are. And so it can seem like you're kind of playing with somebody's emotions here. So you need to take a look at that and the ways that you're kind of like one foot in and one foot out when it comes to matters of the heart, and the way that you show love. It's like, okay, I'm not going to give them 100% of me. I'm going to see what they do with this 30% of love that I give them. But the other person, they know that they are worth more than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they know that something's being held back emotionally here. And so you have to look at that and heal that and overcome that potential wound that has come from your upbringing here, and be willing to sacrifice that again to have a better, healthy union with this person here with this 10 of Cups as the outcome card. This is a surge of bliss and happiness. Spiritual evolution. If you have been on this path by your lonesome, right, and you're not dealing with anybody at all, you are understanding that you don't want to, as some spiritualists and readers will say, like, you have to kill your ego, but you would never want to do that necessarily. You have to understand the contrast. You have to understand the shadow parts of who you are and be able to accept that. Yeah, especially like if you go into hermit energy, because we are in Virgo season by Western astrology, and you try to isolate yourself or put yourself in solitude to really uncover and address those things that you may not necessarily like about yourself. You don't want to then like have them be skeletons in your closet, okay? And that's something that you run from, because then you're always going to mirror that out in other interactions that you have with people. So that's what you're getting with the 3 of Wands and the Strength card when you go into what is right and what is wrong about the situation. Not moving from a place of ego or pride, and not being a coward when it comes to expressing your authentic self. Okay, when you are in partnerships with people, when you are in business dealings with people, because the 3s speak to Gemini's house, so it can be an array of people that are in your environment, right? Just in your life's experience that you have come to interact with, and you yet and still see the kind of same similar pattern with the trajectory and the way that the relationships go, and how you kind of try to twist it and turn it to make it work in your favor. Okay, so you're needing to let go of that, and not being afraid of any potential abandonment issues or healing those abandonment issues here, so that you can step into something that's going to, again, be more emotionally fulfilling with this 10 of Cups. This can be divine union after a separation of some sort, once somebody has walked away because they felt like they've done all they could to try to, again, pull the emotional, vulnerable, sensible side out of you. So you guys have taken a break with that 8 of Cups situation. And then this is really putting in that effort with the 3 of Wands and the Strength card, and having the courage, again, to not let this love pass you by, okay? You realize that you do have immense love for this person, despite your efforts in trying to move on, okay? And so divine union can be coming in this week for a lot of you guys that have been separated. So that's what's coming through for you water signs. Nothing's perfect here. And that's what you need to remember when you go into a relationship with anybody. You can't have a build-a-man or a build-a-woman. Nobody's gonna come out perfect. It's finding the person who you still love despite all of their flaws here, okay? And any hiccups that you may have. A marriage is going to ebb and flow, a relationship's going to ebb and flow. But it's always trying to figure out how you can still show up, right? And taking responsibility for your part in it, and how you can try to keep that spark alive in your relationship, should you want it bad enough to keep it. So that's what's coming through here for you guys. If this resonated, do give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? It's free. Hit that bell notification too, so that you are notified as soon as I upload a video. If you want to book a personal private reading with me, I am available. I leave my email in the description box for you. So hit me up. But if I don't hear from you, if you book a private reading with me and you don't converse with me in the comment section below, then just do take care of yourself and your soul until you hear from me again. All right? Ciao.